What up, homies? I'm back with another episode of Thinking You Can Skate. Just kidding. Went for it right there, didn't I? I don't know if the rest of you guys have sore knees, but I do sometimes. I don't want to think about it though. I want to be positive. I want to think my knees are getting stronger.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that ripper with no front teeth. Yeah. We're at the skate park. We're about to start a mad session. Let's get it.
So my kids are in a phase now where they're really trying to start stepping it up. It's pretty exciting. Killian's been looking at the bowl, making like, I'm gonna get over that crack. I'm gonna get over that next mark, you know? So I want to bring some sidewalk chalk out there with me and hook up some goal points for him on the wall. There's a clip I took this weekend that I haven't edited where I used a rock and made some marks on the side of the wall for him. He's getting way up there. We have such a hard time as parents watching this go down. He's doing really good at being way tougher now.
It's going for the deep end, guys.
And the lights, honestly, they really do inspire my kids. They're already addicted to it. Just like what Zuckerberg said their intention was, that hit of dopamine that we all feel when someone makes a comment or someone likes. So I'm just going to thank you right now whenever you do it. It's very appreciated. So this was the same day that Killian and Phoenix decided to roll in off the end of that straight into the deep. This was just before that happened. He started really trying to tackle the deep end here. He's trying to go for height.
This is stupid. This is not fear.
It is fear.
This is not fear. I'm just not doing it.
It absolutely is fear. This is one of those tricks where you gotta be committed, you gotta be in, you gotta go for it, or you might as well not.
Okay, maybe not yet, but that's nothing to be afraid of.
This is my positive thinking.
Next time.
I'm trying to talk myself out of total abandonment of the trick.
It wasn't kingpins, but I'll take it. It was a start.
I can pretty much do that grind without a lot of fear now, the stand-up grind. The kingpin grind is the one that you really gotta grab your cojones and just go for it. Here I'm wanting to try to get some footage of me doing like a backside carve grind, where I keep my bottom wheels making contact. Let's see if I can get one here. It sort of does feel weird with the Gullwing trucks, because there is that groove. So you kind of have to lean into it, into that groove a little bit to get a real official carve grind. There's my weak attempt at a 5-0. Really, I want to do those 5-0s in more of a stand-up position. I do need to spend some time with the rock and rolls again as well. So it's kind of like with these Gullwing trucks, you have to lean on your heels on a backside to get into the groove some, to have the truck make contact with the coping, and therefore it sort of pulls your wheels off the inside of the bowl and makes the carve grind feel a little more sketchy. I think for carve grinds you're better off with aces, indies, tracker. I meant thunder. Is tracker even skated anymore these days? Maybe it is. Someone leave a comment if you ride and like tracker. I haven't tried them yet.
Whoa.
This is when I started the session this day.
So that was the worst fear. Look at that, dudes. Stayed on my feet. So it's not as scary as our mind tells us. It's not as scary, dude. The picture we draw in our head is much worse than it actually is.
That is honestly so true.
Bro, can you go back?
When we think about it, we think we're gonna fall, tweak our arm, break our shoulder, and usually we just get out on our feet.
Yeah.
So let's not think about it without trying at least a couple times. Once you try, you'll be like, all right, I can do this. Hitting the coping in this deep section, just hitting it for a quick scratcher is not that hard. But man, committing to really doing a good carve grind in there it takes some full commitment. I don't really feel ready to do that. I feel like if I do, I might be spending a lot of the time at the bottom of the bowl, if you know what I mean. So I think there needs to be some gradual progression in a lot of this stuff. Like that 6-foot bowl, when I learned to do the axle stalls. From 4 foot to 6 foot, you wouldn't think would be nothing, especially if you already know how to get into axle stalls. But truthfully, it is. Look at this guy, man. 11 years old.
Have you been practicing on your ramp? That's sweet.
He does have a pretty legit half pipe at his house. 5-foot half pipe that's like 24 feet long.
Look at that.
His dad's really invested in his
Josiah's picking up the energy.
skateboarding for both of his sons.
Dude, I gotta try that too.
But I just barely brought the idea of a sweeper up to this kid and kind of said, oh yeah, you gotta keep your top foot on, and then you gotta just commit and launch. And I mean, he's making his way to it right now.
Trying to get your back foot as close to your tail as you can.
There's just certain tricks I just don't feel ready for. The sweeper, the tail block in this bowl is sketchy. I've been really working a lot on my little mini half pipe in my garage on that tail block, and I think I'm making a lot of progress. But pulling it on pipe coping versus concrete coping, it's a little more sketchy. I'm sure it's sketchy on both if I was doing it, but I mentioned to Josiah, who kind of wants to come in this bowl and do what he knows, like from his half pipe at home. And I mentioned to him, I'm like, hey dude, check this out, man. This is a bowl. Why don't you ride this like carving, like a bowl? Learn how to do all the tricks in a carving fashion. You know, because I mean, being 11 and being as good as he is, he's got real potential for some sponsors and stuff down the road, and probably would benefit a future possible skateboarding career if he's really well-rounded. And he completely understood and agreed with me. And I think up ahead here in some clips, he kind of starts to do some roll-in, to some carving runs, and man, it's pretty inspiring watching a young guy like that go for it right out of the gate. It goes down right here. I think it starts. Yeah, it then starts to throw backside boneless right in my face. And does it. Imagine when that happens up on the coping. So, you know, the key with these tricks is repetition. You know, it's not like these pros, they'll do like El Toro High School down that handrail with the 21 stair or whatever. Or Nija and his part, you know, they get one time they pull off the raddest trick ever. They get it on like an edit, a video clip, whatever, and that's it. This kind of skating is bread and butter. This is the basic stuff, so you gotta really just repeat it and get to where it's repeatable. But anyway, man, appreciate you guys always watching, always commenting, and you know, you motivate me in more ways than you know, and my kids, my whole family. So I just want to say thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, please subscribe, and as always, we love your comments.
Wednesday night,
Take it
I was
easy. Hope you
pulling
get out there and
every
skate.
time. Yeah.
All right,
But yeah,
peace
today
out.
Thank you, Jesus!